What's up, guys? My name's Gamer360 Sports, giving you guys some more Road to the Show with Oscar Bryant and the Harrisburg Senators. Currently, Oscar Bryant is hitting .255 with 4 home runs and 16 RBIs, looking to bump that up this episode. And let me tell you, he has been struggling lately. He may be hitting .255, but right now he needs to heat up, and he needs to do so right now if Harrisburg wants to make the playoffs. We're currently right now around May or June, and we are already at the bottom of the division, and you have to be in the top 4 to make the playoffs in this division, which means you have to be good and you have to dominate. Before I go on to what I want to talk about involving Oscar Bryant today, we are currently taking on the Erie Seawolves, who have a better record than us at 21-24, but they struggle at home for one reason. Their ballpark center field is only 380 feet, so bombs like this are going to be happening every single game this series. As a matter of fact, in this series, there were 5 home runs in this game alone with that batting practice home run. And Oscar Bryant, for some reason, struggles in small ballparks. He hits more home runs in the larger ballparks than the smaller ballparks. I don't know why, he's just like that. But anyway, what I want to talk about for this episode is it possible Oscar Bryant can develop into one of the worst 3-hole hitters in Major League history? Because right now, Oscar Bryant is struggling in the 3-hole. He isn't getting RBIs. His team's 4th hitter is having more RBIs behind him than actually Oscar Bryant. And right now, the team's record is not that good, as we're still under 500 and not looking to get any better as the season goes on. Because let me tell you, it's all about wins. It's all about bringing in runs. It's all about hitting home runs when you're the 3-hole hitter. You have to be the best hitter on your team, and you can't struggle day in and day out. Oscar Bryant struggles half the time, like for example in this good at-bat practice. But right now, Oscar Bryant needs to learn how to play better. You can compare right now to the Astros franchise's Jose Altuve, because the Astros franchise that just came out yesterday, he has no home runs in the first month, and we're already at the beginning of May. He's not looking to get any more, and he only has 4 RBIs. All the production has been going on from 5th in the cleanup position and below that for all our runs this season. Chris Carter currently has 8 home runs, but right now Jose Altuve cannot get a single run. He can't get a hit, and he's hitting .243. Oscar Bryant right now is up and down. He can't pinch hit. He is only a fastball hitter, and his team is 6 games below 500. Looking to hit some home runs for once, and he was able to do that this episode, but Oscar Bryant doesn't do this enough and doesn't do it often for his power ratings. He doesn't walk that much. He's only walked like twice in his career at this point in the episode, but right now Oscar Bryant is not the best. I read an article from, I think it was called The Hardball Times. I don't have the paper in front of me. I printed it out because I started reading the article around. Sorry, I burped. I read the article a little bit, and let me tell you, I wasn't impressed. Because it mentioned guys like the guy that was from the Boston Red Sox, Carl Zagrasky or something. I don't know how to pronounce his name. The guy that won the Triple Crown in 1967 was on the list as an honorable mention. Are you kidding me? But anyway, basically, it mentioned guys from like the 3-hole hitter from the Pittsburgh Pirates in 1986 and that kind of stuff. You know, this list was only from 1957 to, I'd say, 2008. And there were guys in there that were hitting .256, had 10 home runs and like 80 RBIs, but didn't have a good on-base percentage. It was all organized by on-base percentage. It only went up to number 3 for some reason with the article. Even though it said top 10, it was more like a top 7. And from what I'm seeing, Oscar Bryant has the same comparisons. He cannot hit home runs enough, he can't bring in runs enough, and most of the time when he hits the ball, no one is on base. Usually they are doubles with no men on to start off the inning, and then he gets picked off usually on the base paths, or he struggles or that kind of stuff. You can see right now, here's an example. He's pinch hitting with no men on, so he has no opportunity to bring in a run on his day off. And he strikes out. He strikes out way too much. He's hitting right now, I'd say, is down to at least 245, 250 right now, but he's striking out way too often, and he's not doing enough. He didn't bring in enough RBIs. He only had 6 RBIs in this advancement period, which was from April all the way to, I'd say, the end of May. So right now, he's not doing enough. He needs to do more and more and more if he wants to do better. And right now, he's looking more like Jose Tuve or guys like, I forget, the guy from the Pittsburgh Pirates that I mentioned from 1986 and that kind of stuff. But just to go off topic, you can see this is a cool instant replay right here because this usually doesn't happen. It is the new instant replay rule that was mentioned for the Major League Baseball this season, involving instant replay for home runs down the foul poles, and they actually used it in a minor league game. You can see this was almost a home run, but it went in front of the foul pole and landed just, I'd say, 2 feet away from the foul pole to the left, which means that was not a home run, and they take away a home run from the Akron Zips. But anyway, let me tell you, Oscar Bryant better not develop into the worst 3-hole hitter we'll ever see and then end up falling all the way down to 8th in the order on like the Houston Astros or the Chicago Cubs or something like that, because Oscar Bryant can do better than that, but he's not showing it right now. But anyway, let's start talking about the gameplay. I just wanted to talk about that for a little bit. You know, try and swing things up, try and talk about something loose, talk about comparisons, that kind of stuff. And you can see it's 1-0 Harrisburg here against Akron. It's not the Zips. I forget the team's name. Oh yeah, the Arrows. And right now, this is going to be an RBI single for Oscar Bryant, as that's an easy base hit. Still man on first and second once again when he comes up again. And this will be a hit into the corner for an RBI double. This will bring in 1 run, and yes, it only is 1 run. Wish it was 2, but yeah, Oscar Bryant is doing better for sure this advancement period. Both times he got to third base on the single and the double. Only if he hit a home run and, you know, hit for the cycle or something. Now it's 1-0, top of the 6th, man on first. And this will be the only hit of the ball game. It's a blooper into center field as the second baseman of the shortstop decided to dive towards the ball and he missed completely. Now it is now the top of the 8th, and Oscar Bryant would hit into the double play right to first base. So yeah, that was a struggle, and Oscar Bryant ends up going on the day only 1 for 4. Wish there was 5 at bats where he could have hit a home run, but right now he's not that kind of hitter. But anyway, you can see we have another good at-bat attempt drill right now to practice our hitting. And this was much better than the last drill, because the first drill you saw, Oscar Bryant struggled and he wasn't given any good pitches. This time, they gave him fastball after fastball right in the middle of the zone, and it was easy to get simple hits. He decides to bunt right here because I've never bunted before with Oscar Bryant, and then ends up being another good at bat because it is a sacrifice ground out, not sacrifice ground out, sac bunt. And you can see the final one would just be another single into right field, which yeah, this was an easy drill. It was easy to just get the skill points. I wish it was only like 5 and 5 or something so we can get more points. But you can see he got +4 contact, +4, +2 power, +8 vision, and +8 bunt. Now as we head into the next game of this episode, let me tell you, Oscar Bryant exploded in this game. Even though he started off pretty weak in this game, you know, just hitting this ball down the first base line and only getting on base with an error, it would turn into one of the best games of his career. In fact, the best game in his career. He's 0 for 1 the day in the bottom 4th inning. First pitch, he's going to cream this ball down the left field line. It's going to go over the fence, and that is going to be a home run. His first of the ball game. Yes, the first of the ball game. That's a solo shot. The first score of the game, and that goes for 370 feet. And you can tell this was a bomb into the forest. It is an easy peasy field once you get used to it. Now 3-0 count. The first meatball of the count. He's going to hit a grand slam for 347.5 feet. And he would get 5 RBIs on the game, 2 home runs, and that last home run would put them ahead and beat the Trenton Thunder, one of the top teams in the division. But anyway, you can see he's about to pass every single goal. Only 2 weeks to go in the advancement period. And you can see the Senators are now only 26-31, winning, I'd say, 4 games in a row. Bottom 4th, he tries to do something. He goes right by the first baseman's glove, and that goes in for an infield single. That's a nice hit. And that would be the only one of the ball game, unfortunately. He gets all the way to third base after a couple more runs would score, but yeah, he couldn't get home plate, and he's barely scoring runs himself. Now the bottom first, still taking on the Bowie Bay Sox. He would cream this ball again. Remember the Trenton series. The first home run is near the exact same spot. Another 370-foot bomb, and that would make it now 5-2. And what is his reward from Bowie? Well, he would get hit in the leg, saying a big finger right in the face. And yeah, that is going to be the first time Oscar Bryant's been hit by a pitch this season, and in his career, he gets on base twice, only 1 hit. Now, top of the 4th, taking on the Reading Flying Phils. This game was a struggle. This is his only good contact, as he would ground out to the second baseman, so yeah. You can tell right here, he didn't strike out. He's not striking out as much coming towards the end of this episode, but he still gets ground ball after ground ball. Now this game was a little bit better. Top of the 1st, he hits this ball right in front of the right fielder, and that's going to be a single and a base hit for Oscar Bryant. Now the next at bat right here will be the last one of this game, as he hits this ball right down the center and puts man on first and second with a second single in this game. Unfortunately, no RBIs yet again, and you can see the farthest he would get is third base after 2 more base hits for the Harrisburg Senators. Now as we continue on, it's the bottom of the 9th, 4-1 game against the Richmond Flying Squirrels. And once again, he's going to hit this one into center field. Hopefully start a rally, but it wouldn't. It will be a base hit, but that's just about it. In this game, he would end up having flyouts, groundouts, and pop-outs just that easily. Now we have one more game, and that's still against the Richmond Flying Squirrels. You can see Oscar Bryant has Sean Pleffel right behind him in 4th in the order, trying to move up. 0-for-2 in the count. He's going to hit this ball right towards the shortstop, and that's going to be a ground out to start off the day. Now the next at bat we would see, and the last one in this video, men on first and second, 5-4 ball game. He's going to hit this one right down the plate, and it's almost another home run. It bounces off the right field wall, and that would end up bringing in 1 run. It's an RBI double, and that would end off your episode, as Oscar Bryant ends up going up more and more in hitting, but he's still one of the worst 3-hole hitters in the league. 241 batting average down from 257, 8 home runs, 28 RBIs. This will now wrap up this video. I'd like to thank all of you guys for watching. If you have any feedback, tell me in the comment section below. I have every episode recorded up to episode 9 right now. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.